Welcome to the Inspire Collective podcast, where our goal is to inspire Christian men and women in the marketplace with all they need to positively influence those around them for God's kingdom. My name is Chris Bowen, and today we're sitting down with Jonathan and Sarah Bamber. Jonathan and Sarah are co-founders of Burton and Bamber Company, an agro-processing company that specializes in preserving and dehydrating fruit in an effort to eliminate waste and improve lives and farms around East Africa. Jonathan is committed to positively impacting the lives of the community through his organization. So let's get started. So good to have you, Jonathan and Sarah, and we are really excited about having you today on the Inspire Collective podcast. We're excited about seeing you in the second edition of our magazine, the Inspire magazine, and we are hearing that you guys are doing some great work there in East Africa. So thank you for joining us today.
Our pleasure. Thanks for joining. Thanks for inviting us.
So we know that the Inspire Collective, what we do here at the podcast and through the magazine is we're collecting and bringing people together into the marketplace, those that are Christians, and we are really trying to inspire the world by men and women that are doing some great and inspiring things. And we know that your story is very unique there in East Africa. So our audience may not be familiar with the Bamber. So tell us a little bit about yourself, what your career actually has been in the Burton and Bamber, and what is happening there in Kenya right now.
Sure. So I'm Jonathan and my wife is Sarah. We've been married 20 years. We've got two children, James and Jasmine, aged just 16 and just 12. We've been living in Kenya as a family for 5 years and 11 months exactly. Previously, Sarah has been a missionary in Thailand, which is where we met. Worked in the kind of the development field, and I was a British diplomat and working in emergency relief in places like Haiti, Liberia during the war, and now have ended up as an entrepreneur in East Africa.
I love that. I just have a new book that's coming out called The 5-Star Entrepreneur that's also featured in our magazine this month. And so excited to hear about what's happening there. And a lot of people maybe haven't heard of the Burton and Bamber Company before, but it's a processing company that specializes in preserving and dehydration of food in the effort to eliminate waste and improve lives of the farms there in East Africa. So how did Burton and Bamber take root, and how was it evolved since that date of its inception?
So Jonathan and our business partner were originally in Kenya working with a company delivering solar for people on less than $2 a day. So this would be like study lights, mobile phone chargers, things like that. And the people that they were marketing to essentially said, love your products, but instead of selling things to us, buy from us. We have mangoes falling around our ears and we can't get them to market. And so we said, okay, we think we can help with that.
So Ophelia is from the Philippines. Philippines is one of the largest suppliers of dried fruit, albeit sugar infused. But so Ophelia was very familiar with the dried fruit industry.
That's our business partner. And so 6 years ago, we started in a small bungalow and we moved from a small bungalow where we managed to get local certification. We then moved to work with a local entrepreneur in Thika who has a large macadamia business. And we worked with him for a few years. And then we are now independent, working out of our own operation where we can process about sort of 4 tons a day. Of mangoes, bananas, other soft fruits that are in the local market, and it's been quite a journey, really, the last 6 years. So we're at an interface now. So we've also introduced a new value chain of orange flesh sweet potato, which is something that's fairly straightforward to cultivate for smallholder farmers, and with our fruit supply, we work with groups of farmers, some of whom will be very small scale, some of them a little bit larger. So we work to aggregate. So we're dealing with a central entity rather than individuals. Supplying to the farm gate. We have a field team that goes out and trains farmers to improve crop quality.
and to support and train for international certifications, which are required for export markets.
So we spent the last few years really developing a local market under our brand called Sweetunda. And now we're realizing that there's a market for finding partners who are looking for other dried fruit and other dried ingredients like tomatoes or sweet potato powder. And then we've now got this equipment actually from North Carolina in the US that's going to be commissioned in a couple of weeks, which can offer aseptic puree of sweet potato, i.e. it's pasteurized and it doesn't need refrigeration after it's been through the machine. So we've been through quite a range of products. We're really just at the cusp of scaling, of building our export markets, and we're probably the number one locally manufactured dried fruit across East Africa now that has a local brand, and that's exciting. But now we're really looking to really scale, especially the sweet potato and other pureed ingredients.
So we really envisage Kenya as a net exporter of processed goods, not just commodities. So part of our mission is to increase value addition locally, which will underpin the local economy, transfer of skills, technical capacity building, all these things.
Started with about 4 people, and now we're up to nearly 40.
Wow, that's amazing. So here at the Inspire Collective, what we try to do is really inspire Christian men and women in the marketplace. And your story is very unique and, of course, very much needed where you're at. And so let me ask, what is one of the most difficult things in forming a company? Because I know that here at the Inspire Collective today, we have a lot of people viewing and listening that are just trying to become entrepreneurs, and that's what you guys have done. So what would you say to them that is one of the challenges of starting a new business?
Well, first of all, we're foreigners living in Kenya. So that's one hurdle you have to get over. So then it's all around having work permits and the right legal status in the country. So that's more of that's certainly been a challenge. In terms of setting up a company, maybe neither of us are particularly have got huge experience in running businesses, having done different things in our careers. So it's really been learning the ropes of what is a business and what are the key criteria to run a successful business.
I would probably say that it's learning what your transferable skills are. So we did, as Jonathan says, we didn't come here into this with any prior, direct experience. I'm a development economist by training and background, and Jonathan's a diplomat. But so for us, it was, a healthy dose of naivety and just saying to God, okay, we believe this is an opportunity through which we honor you, and we're just going to dive in.
I think naivety is probably true, and if we'd known what we know now, I think we'd probably still be in London.
Wow, that's amazing. I love your story. Love hearing about how you just kind of had a dream and jumped in with both feet. You started with 4 employees, now at 40 employees. So that's exciting. So we know that Sarah is sitting beside you. Our viewers can't see that, but I get to see that. So how has she helped you, Jonathan, along the journey?
I think it's also the level of naivety. If I knew what we knew, we wouldn't be here. Sarah has been a huge support. She's someone with tons of skills and totally transferable. And she tends to, I think her preference is to be behind the scenes, but, supporting our HR practice, supporting social media, supporting marketing, supporting our new product development. So immeasurably more. She's been such a value to the business. I'm trying to think of the right words. I couldn't do it without her.
Now, my wife and I worked in business together too. We're entrepreneurs. Is there challenges of a husband and wife team? Because I know that sometimes living together, working together can be a bit challenging. So address that a little bit for our viewers that are thinking about starting a business, a family business where husband and wife are working hand in hand. How do you just make that work? You guys just You look so happy.
So look, it's not just us. We do have another business partner, and we have two other sort of fairly silent investors. So yeah, it's not just an in-house thing, which I think gives us one step towards, okay, we need to be professional about this. Jonathan has an incredible amount of grace when I start throwing toys out of the cot. And I probably have less grace, so I have to, so he probably takes quite a lot of flack from me, which wouldn't be the case if, we were just in business together and both stepping out of the family environment. Our children, they have been phenomenal. They've shown a lot of grace. They are quite over running a business from home. We've done this sort of from the inside out, so to speak. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, I think you should answer the question. It's been a challenge. Yeah. It is a challenge. It is 24/7. The kids are probably the first ones to tell me to put my phone down or to not answer the phone, and to try and have some, to be honest, we probably need some better discipline at once the family's back from, Sarah does work at a separate admin office that we have. And the kids are on holiday now, so we probably need to improve our discipline in terms of how we manage them, and maybe put them first in the evenings rather than talking about the business or taking phone calls or whatever.
But also we absolutely recognise that it's an absolute privilege to do what we're doing.
Sure.
And
Sarah, you said something really valuable just a moment ago. You was talking about differences in personalities, even as husband and wife. And one of the things I teach at the university is personalities. And we are typically attracted to the opposite, which makes us really balanced because, one may go, the other one may hold us back for a moment, the other one, and that balances us out. So in our personalities, I think that's so unique and so needed, even though it's the thing that we fall in love with. It's also the thing that when we get in business, sometimes that aggravates us the most, but it does take that balance. So personalities and working in this entrepreneurial business together is quite phenomenal. So again, here at the Inspire Collective, one of the things that we want to do is really inspire Christian men and women in the marketplace. And so we have viewers that are listening today that says, wow, I just want to start up a company. I've got it inside of me. I want to do that. What kind of advice would you give them on a startup company? Our viewers that are listening, what kind of advice could you give them to start up a company?
Have a secondary source of income, which is what's kept us alive.
I mean, there's listen to advice, but be in control of your decisions. I think,
pray. Yeah. Sarah and I, we really do pray about this business every single day. And whether or not people do it as a couple or as individuals, then, bring people around you that are fans, are supporters, are encouragers who, whatever type of business it is, whether it's service derived or a product, or get people who love you and support you and will offer that advice that you might need.
Possibly also work out whether you've got something that's worth something or whether you're utterly bonkers. And I mean, most of our church friends when we left London were utterly supportive and very clear that they thought we were utterly bonkers. And
I will be sending this link to them.
and they they're right on both counts. but yeah, and give yourself a time frame, because you need to have a reality check around what you're doing.
Yeah. And Jonathan said earlier that, surrounding yourself with the right people. And it's been said that we are the average of the 5 people that we hang around the most. So obviously in starting a business and entrepreneur, you want to have other entrepreneurial minds around you. You want to have other people that have succeeded in business around you. And you guys are actually doing it there in East Africa now. So do you guys feel like that this is a part of your calling? I know that you guys said you pray about this a lot. Do you feel like it's part of your calling?
we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, but I don't think we would be here if we really didn't feel that we had that we were to have taken a path that we feel God has led us one step at a time, and I think it has been one step at a time. So, is it our calling? I think maybe Sarah has possibly resisted that a bit more than I have. I think.
In what way? Okay.
Just
so maybe
just in terms of your are my skills being used in this environment?
But I think neither of us would be here if we didn't feel like this was the opportunity at a point in time that God laid out and said, or doing this honors me. Whether we're completely clear about how this honors God on a day-to-day basis, I think maybe that's more of step back, and we've, obviously we all forego opportunities to take the one that we take.
I think also we're absolutely living by faith in this business, and in some respects, do we see God moving in the business? And I think the answer is absolutely yes. And I can attest to an example the other day when when you've got a staff of 40, your payroll is on a monthly basis, and we had no money in the bank, and literally we had an order 3 days before payroll that covered the payroll. So, and it was out of the blue. So God is absolutely walking with us on this journey, and we do see it. And we were even talking this morning around that's kind of what keeps us going. It's those small miracles and big miracles that actually give us that confidence that that we're in the right place. Whether that means this is our calling, I don't know. We have a faithful God who wants to love his kids, and we love being part of a miracle every day.
Wow, that's awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm your host, Chris Bowen. We're sitting down today with Jonathan and Sarah Bamber in Kenya, East Africa. They're entrepreneurs, been there for almost 6 years, and we're excited that they're sharing their story with you today here on the podcast, and they're going to be featured in our second volume of the Inspire magazine. So we hope that you are already connected to that Inspire magazine. If not, please sign up at www.inspire.com. We would love to have you a part. We'll also give you a 1-year free subscription. So we want to just continue on. You guys bring so much excitement to the airwaves today as we're talking about entrepreneurs. And we know that so many that listen here on the podcast are wanting to start businesses. They're looking at at how they can do a Christian business and how they can inspire others. And you guys are inspiring them today. So what is the vision and the mission of Burton and Bamber?
I always get confused with the two, between the vision and the mission, but I think the overarching vision is to improve lives, lives of primarily small scale farmers, reduce food waste, and build a sustainable business that creates valuable, good quality jobs at different levels, from production workers through to skilled food technologists. And
deliver world-class
and deliver a world-class finished product, whether that's for an immediate snack, edible product in the global markets, or whether it's an ingredient that goes into other finished products that may be made overseas. So it's all about those probably those four things.
Okay.
In terms of our Christian mission in the business, I mean, the term that you used earlier was lots of people wanting to create a Christian business. I mean, for us, we're doing a business, and being Christian is how we do life. So we didn't set out to develop a Christian business. We set out to run a business, and we're basing it on the principles that we find in the Bible, by which we live our lives, and in which we point to God.
Yeah, and that's what we really believe that the Inspire is all about, is really taking it into the marketplace and fulfilling your dream. Because so many times in the past, people feel like, well, I can't mix the two, but we really have to, because God gives us vision and God gives us ideas. And obviously, as you guys have stated, you guys are in different parts of the world. God brought you guys together and moved you to another location. They're now in Kenya. We know that you're going to be a part of our magazine. I'm super excited to be able to read your article as it comes out in the next few days. But tell me a little bit about how people can get a hold of you or find out more about your company other than the magazine. Is there a website or something that people could log into to see exactly what you guys are doing?
Yeah, they can email us. They can give us a call, some encouragement. They can can look at the website. I don't know if you can put the website on this podcast, but www.sweetunda.com with a single T. We'd love to hear from people, whether they have a small farmers market in Ohio or New York. Happy to look at supplying. Help us to build the market. We're now a globally food safe, safety standard certification at our factory, so we can offer people products subject to volumes, but very much love to hear from people, and if we can provide just a little bit of encouragement to other people, very happy to do that. And they can email us as well.
Okay. Could you actually give us the website again and spell it out so that our viewers would actually know exactly how to get in touch with you?
www.sweetunda. www.sweetunda.com. Sweetunda.com. It means sweet fruit in Swahili. The tunda is fruit.
You could probably just also Google dried mango Kenya, and you'd probably get reach us.
Or our names, yeah.
We're on Instagram. We're in Facebook, Twitter. Yeah.
Okay, so lots of ways to be able to get a hold of you guys. I'm sure, again, that maybe some of our viewers want to see what you guys are doing, and who knows? We never know what connections do. I'm a full believer of connecting with people. So I've stated this several times. I just really want to push it again. You guys are in our second issue of the Inspire Collective magazine, which is just it's just going crazy. We're super excited. We knew it was going to do great. We just didn't realize how great it was going to go. But you guys have an article coming up called "By Their Fruits You Will Know Them." Can you tell us a little bit about what's going to be in that article and what we can expect as we get that magazine rolling out in the next week?
So again, that was looking at
our story.
Why on earth we're here doing what we're doing, what it really looks like. So yeah, probably just a little bit more in depth about
our motivations, how we see God work. Read the story, guys.
It's going to be a fantastic story, I know, and it's going to be amazing of how many people are going to read your story, how many entrepreneurs and business people, churches. It's going so crazy, so fast, and we're excited to be a part of the Inspire magazine. So we're really looking forward to that article, and I can't wait for you guys to get it. I know that they'll send you guys an e-copy of it as well, and you'll be able to see that as it's developed and rolled out really, really soon. I just got my copy in the mail just yesterday, so that's going to be really exciting. So I know that everybody else will be about a week behind mine, so excited to be able to read your article, and we're excited that you guys are inspiring the world. And I know that as we started this today, before we actually started recording, you was asking a little bit more about our company, and I'm so glad that somehow that God allowed Inspire to run across the Bambers there in Kenya to share your story with the world about how God has blessed you, how he brought you from different places, joined you together, and became super entrepreneurs, and God is blessing your business. So do you have any upcoming events, project, books, articles, anything that you would like to share with our viewers before we go today?
Anything else?
Go to our website.
Get excited
about our product.
Yeah, pray for us. If there's anything that we'd love, is just for people to pray for us. We're new at this, although 6 years, and
and really, the more successful we are, the more other people will benefit. In terms of increasing our farmers that we work with, increasing staff. We're trying to buy some land at the moment. So there's lots of challenges that we are facing. Just pray for us, and we will certainly be. We've got some new products. We've literally just this week launched a new Sweetunda granola. So I'm not sure we talked about our products. So we have a dried fruit product in the market. We have the granola, different 3 types of granolas on the market. We're just about to launch some sweet potato or orange flesh sweet potato kind of crisps or sort of snacks with flavorings. We're just about to, hopefully, we're in the process of launching an energy bar in the next 3 to 4 months. And the sweet potato puree is the other one that's going to come on, which will be going into bakeries and other people who are looking for kind of new healthy ingredients into their products. So, but there's no new books. I must admit, I keep encouraging Sarah to write
at the moment.
To write a book about all the mad things that
as entrepreneurs, sometimes we don't have that extra time to write books.
Really
some people are great at capturing things. We live
by the day.
We're the sort of people that know our kids did tons of funny stuff when they were young, but if they ask us for a story and we just go blank.
But we're happy. We're enjoying life together with our family, and there by the grace of God go us.
Well, that's what it's all about. So there you've heard from Jonathan and Sarah Bamber, and you want to follow them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram as Jonathan and Sarah Bamber, Bamber. Look them up. I know that they have inspired you today here at the podcast, and this is what we do here at the Inspire Collective every single week on Wednesdays. We bring you some great stories from around the world. Today, we're in Kenya, East Africa with the Bambers, talking to them about their success as entrepreneurs and how God has put it all together. So we hope that this episode has really left you inspired and challenged. And why don't you go out there and, my quote every week is #live your dream. So find out what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Fulfill that dream in your life. That's what it's about. Life is too short not to fulfill every dream that God has inside of you. So fulfill the dream. So Jonathan and Sarah, it has been a pleasure meeting you. I am excited about our viewers getting in touch with you through the magazine or through email or through Twitter or Facebook or any other way, because you guys have really inspired us here today on the Inspire Collective. So thank you guys for being with us, and we hope that you have a fantastic day, and God will continue to multiply and bless your business there in East Africa.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. God bless.
Bye.
God bless. We hope this conversation with Jonathan and Sarah Bamber have left you feeling both motivated and inspired. For more content, you can sign up for the Inspire Collective magazine and get your first-year subscription absolutely free. For more of this offer, visit us at inspirecollective.com. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next week for more of the Inspire Collective podcast.